The Tudors were a Welsh-English family that ruled England from 1485 to 1603. They came to power as a result of the victory of Henry VII over Yorkist King Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth. The Tudors ruled for 118 years, and Tudor England saw two of the strongest monarchs ever to sit on the English throne, King Henry VIII and his daughter Queen Elizabeth I. Richard III, the last king of the House of York and the last king of the Plantagenet dynasty, had been crowned in July 1483, after Edward V was prevented from inheriting the throne. But 2 years later, Henry Tudor and his uncle Jasper landed in Wales, and with the help of the French troops, they defeated Richard, leading Henry to be crowned in the same year in October at the Westminster Abbey. The Tudors were originally from Wales, but they were not exactly of royal stock. The dynasty began with a rather scandalous secret marriage between a royal attendant named Owain ap Merydid ap Tudor and the Dowager Queen Catherine of Valois, widow of King Henry V. Surprisingly, the two were allowed to remain married, and their children were recognized as legitimate. But it would be two of their sons, Edmund and Jasper Tudor, who would rise at court, recognized as half-brothers to Henry VI. It was also Edmund's son by his wife, Margaret Beaufort, Henry Tudor, who emerged as a strong claimant for the throne through his mother, a descendant of Edward III. They are famous for many things, including the Henry VIII and his 6 wives, the exploration of America, and the plays of William Shakespeare. During the 16th century, England emerged from the medieval world. It was a time of great change. Most notably, it marked the end of the Catholic Church in England, and great naval exploits began the great English seafaring tradition.
Why are the Tudors so famous? The Tudors are famous because their dynasty was full of colorful characters and big events. Henry VIII and his 6 wives, the English Reformation, the tragic tale of Lady Jane Grey, the great intelligence of Elizabeth I, and the artistic accomplishments of her reign. During the 16th century, England emerged from the medieval world. It was a time of great change. Most notably, it marked the end of the Catholic Church in England. There was an attendant rise in nationalism. A new spirit of confidence and patriotism swept the country. Great naval exploits have began the great English seafaring tradition. Whether as pirates or officers or explorers, Elizabethan sailors controlled the seas. And besides the political and religious changes, the Tudors themselves were interesting and complex people.
The Tudors represent a compelling step-family drama of powerful men and women, passion and betrayal, jealousy and resentments played out over 3 generations. The Tudors left a vast legacy in English culture. Hampton Court Palace, built by Cardinal Thomas Wolsey and Henry VIII, is one of Britain's most popular tourist attractions. Tudor music, literature, and drama remain at the heart of cultural life today. Spent in Ilium, the great masterpiece of Thomas Tallis, is still popular and often performed, as well as the plays of William Shakespeare are constantly being staged around the whole world. The Tudor monarchy also saw the transformation of the Church of England and the role of the monarch as a supreme head or governor, a title that the Queen retains to this day. One great legacy of the Tudors is the Royal Navy. Henry VIII's investment in a fleet of warships laid the foundation for a modern navy and led to the English development as a naval power that was to dominate the seas for the next 300 years. And the Tudors in many ways gave us the English language. Henry VIII authorized a Bible in English, and this, together with the genius of men such as Shakespeare, transformed the written and spoken word. Printing and the rise in literacy established a prime culture and a reading public. The Tudors lie at the heart of the English national myth, and Henry VIII and Elizabeth I are the poster boy and girl representing nationhood and empire. Henry VIII's break with Rome saw the emerge of a formative national sovereignty as England was, for the first time, separated from Europe and became an independent nation. Certainly, the Tudors helped to establish in English and British minds a picture of a separate island nation.